Question 1. What is the capital city of Australia? A. Sydney. B. Melbourne. C. Canberra. Correct answer, C. Canberra. Canberra is the federal capital city of Australia. It is situated between Sydney and Melbourne. Question 2. When did the first Aboriginal people arrive in Australia? A. Between 65,000 and 4,000 years ago. B. Between 2,000 and 8,000 years ago. C. Between 6,000 and 2,000 years ago. Correct answer A. Between 65,000 and 4,000 years ago. According to archaeological evidence, it is estimated that Aboriginal people arrived in Australia between 65,000 and 4,000 years ago. Question 3. The High Court of Australia and Parliament House are two important national institutions. Where are they situated? A. Tasmania. B. Australian Capital Territory. C. Northern Territory. Correct answer? B. Australian Capital Territory. The High Court of Australia and Parliament House are both located in Canberra, the capital city of Australia. The High Court is situated near Lake Burley-Griffin, while Parliament House is positioned on Capitol Hill with a view of the city. Question 4. What is the official language of Australia? A. English. B. German. C. There is no national language in Australia. Correct answer A. English. The official national language of Australia is English. According to the 2024 census, 76% of Australians claimed that they solely spoke English at home. English is widely spoken and used for official purposes throughout the country. Question 5. What is the capital city of New South Wales? A. Sydney. B. Melbourne. C. Canberra. Correct answer, A. Sydney. Sydney is the capital city of New South Wales. Melbourne is the capital city of the state of Victoria, while Canberra is the capital of Australia. Question 6. Do you know after which war did many Europeans arrive in Australia? A. World War I. B. World War II. C. Vietnam War. Correct answer? B. World War II. As a result of the devastation of World War II, large numbers of Europeans were forced to leave their homes. Millions of people came to Australia to find homes and start a new life. While World War I also had some effect on migration patterns, it was World War II that saw a larger wave of European migration to Australia. The Vietnam War primarily led to the migration of Vietnamese refugees to Australia. Question 7. What is the capital city of Victoria? A. Brisbane. B. Melbourne. C. Canberra. Correct answer, B. Melbourne. Brisbane is the capital city of Queensland. Melbourne is the capital city of the state of Victoria, while Canberra is the capital city of Australia. Question 8. Which commemorative day is celebrated on Australia Day? A. The arrival of the First Fleet. B. Independence Day. C. Confederation Day. Correct answer, A. The arrival of the First Fleet. The First Fleet sailed from England and arrived in Australia on January 26, 1788. The British government established a convict settlement here. Australia Day was set up to celebrate this day. Question 9. Which of the following is a continental territory of Australia? A. Tasmania. B. Australian Capital Territory. C. Southern Territory. Correct answer? B. Australian Capital Territory. Australia has two continental territories, the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Question 10. When did the colonies join together to form a federation? A. 1851. B. 1865. C. 1901. Correct answer, C. 1901. On the 1st January 1901, 6 separate British colonies, New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, and Western Australia, joined together to form a new federation entitled the Commonwealth of Australia. Question 11. What is the capital city of Queensland? A. Brisbane. B. Melbourne. C. Canberra. Correct answer, A. Brisbane. Brisbane is the capital city of Queensland, one of the states in Australia. Melbourne is the capital city of the state of Victoria, while Canberra is the capital city of Australia. Question 2. Where did the majority of the original immigrants to Australia come from, not including immigrants from Europe? A. Japan. B. India. C. China. Correct answer, C. China. After the gold discovery, the Chinese were the first large group of immigrants not from Europe. Question 13. How many people were Australia in 1901? A. Around 2 million people. B. Around 3 million people. C. Around 4 million people. Correct answer, C. Around 4 million people. In 1901, Australia's population was around 4 million people, not including Indigenous Australians. Question 14. How much percentage do Australians who was born abroad? A. Under 15%. B. Between 15% and 25%. C. Over 25%. Correct answer, C. Over 25%. According to statistics in 2024, the proportion of Australia's overseas-born population increased to 29.5%. Question 15. Which of the following is not part of the Australian national flag? A. The Union Jack. B. The Aboriginal flag. C. The Commonwealth Star. Correct answer, B. The Aboriginal flag. The Australian flag, displayed on a blue background, comprises 3 components. The first component is the Union Jack, symbolizing the historical connection with Britain. The second component is the Southern Cross, representing Australia. Lastly, the Commonwealth Star symbolizes Australia's federal system. Question 16. How many mainland territories does Australia have? A. 1, B. 2, C. 3. Correct answer, B. 2. Australia has 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania, and 2 continental territories, the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Question 17. Where did the British government send its prisoners? A. New South Wales. B. Korea. C. USA. Correct answer, A. New South Wales. The First Fleet is the name given to the 11 ships that sailed from Great Britain on May 13, 1787, to bring the first British colonists and convicts to New South Wales on January 26, 1788. The fleet was led by Captain Arthur Phillip. Question 18. What is the capital city of Tasmania? A. Geelong. B. Townsville. C. Hobart. Correct answer, C. Hobart. In Tasmania, Hobart is its capital city. Geelong and Townsville are cities in Australia, but they are not the capital of Tasmania. Question 19. Do you know the date when Anzac Day is set up? A. May 6th. B. April 25th. C. December 21st. Correct answer, B. April 25th. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. Anzac Day falls on the 25th of April each year. Question 20. Which Australian state was the first colony established by the British? A. New South Wales. B. Queensland. C. Western Australia. Correct answer, A. New South Wales. On January 26, 1788, Britain brought the first colonists and prisoners to the state of New South Wales. Question 21. What is the biggest annual public event in Australia? A. Australia Day. B. Easter Day. C. Labor Day. Correct answer, A. Australia Day. Australia Day is widely recognized as the largest public event held in Australia every year. Australia Day, celebrated on January 26th, commemorates the arrival of the First Fleet in 1788 and the establishment of the British colony in Australia. It is a national holiday and typically involves various activities, events, parades, fireworks. Question 22. How many languages of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples are officially recognized to exist in Australia? A. 20, B. 80, C. Over 100. Correct answer, C. Over 100. There are approximately 150 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander languages spoken in Australia. However, English is still the official national language of this country. Question 23. When were Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people considered part of the Australian population? A. 1908. B. 1953. C. 1967. Correct answer, C. 1967. Australia held a referendum in 1967 that officially included Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in the country's population. Question 24. The smallest state in Australia is A. New South Wales. B. Queensland. C. Tasmania. Correct answer, C. Tasmania. The order of the Australian states and continental territories in descending order based on their land area is as follows. 1. Western Australia. 2. Queensland. 3. New South Wales. 4. Northern Territory. 5. South Australia. 6. Victoria. 7. Tasmania. 8. Australian Capital Territory. Question 25. What day does the Prime Minister announce the Australian of the Year award? A. Australia Day. B. Anzac Day. C. The eve of Australia Day. Correct answer, C. The eve of Australia Day. The Australian of the Year awards recognize outstanding Australians who have made a positive impact. On the eve of Australia Day, in the capital Canberra, the Prime Minister will announce this award. Question 26. What is the capital city of South Australia? A. Darwin. B. Adelaide. C. Melbourne. Correct answer, B. Adelaide. Adelaide is the capital city of South Australia. Melbourne is the capital city of the state of Victoria, while Darwin is the capital city of Northern Territory, Australia. Question 27. What is the capital city of Western Australia? A. Perth. B. Darwin. C. Caloundra. Correct answer A. Perth. Perth is the largest city in Western Australia and serves as the capital city of the state. In contrast, Darwin is the capital city of the Northern Territory, and Caloundra is a coastal town located in Queensland. Question 28. How many states are there in Australia? A. 4. B. 5. C. 6. Correct answer, C. 6. Australia has 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania, and 2 continental territories, the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Question 29. Which region has red desert soil in the south and a tropical climate in the north? A. Tasmania. B. Australian Capital Territory. C. Northern Territory. Correct answer, C. Northern Territory. The Northern Territory has a tropical climate in the north and red desert soil in the south. The Northern Territory, including areas like Darwin, is a famous red desert region with the Simpson Desert and the Tanami Desert. In contrast, Tasmania has a cooler climate, while the Australian Capital Territory is inland and does not have the characteristics mentioned in the question. Question 30. What is the name of the first governor of New South Wales? A. Captain James Cook. B. William Bligh. C. Captain Arthur Phillip. Correct answer, C. Captain Arthur Phillip. Captain Arthur Phillip was the first governor of New South Wales. He played a crucial role in establishing the initial British settlement in Australia, which eventually evolved into the city of Sydney. Meanwhile, Captain James Cook, a British explorer, made the first documented European contact with Australia's eastern coastline. William Bligh, a British naval officer, succeeded Captain Phillip as the 4th governor of New South Wales. Question 31. Who was the commander of the First Fleet? A. Captain Arthur Phillip. B. Captain James Cook. C. Vice Admiral John Hunter. Correct answer A. Captain Arthur Phillip. The First Fleet is the name given to the 11 ships that sailed from Great Britain on May 13, 1787, to bring the first British colonists and convicts to New South Wales on January 26, 1788. The fleet was led by Captain Arthur Phillip. Question 32. When did the First Fleet sail from Great Britain and reach Australia? A. 1787. B. 1788. C. 1878. Correct answer, E. 1788. The First Fleet is the name given to the 11 ships that sailed from Great Britain on May 13, 1787, to bring the first British colonists and convicts to New South Wales on January 26, 1788. The fleet was led by Captain Arthur Phillip. Question 33. What are the national colors of Australia? A. Green and blue. B. Green and gold. C. Green and white. Correct answer, B. Green and gold. In 1984, green and gold were officially declared the national colors of Australia. These colors are widely recognized globally and are commonly seen on the uniforms of Australia's sports teams. Question 34. Which state in Australia has the largest area? A. North Australia. B. Western Australia. C. New South Wales. Correct answer, B. Western Australia. The order of the Australian states and continental territories in descending order based on their land area is as follows. 1. Western Australia. 2. Queensland. 3. New South Wales. 4. Northern Territory. 5. South Australia. 6. Victoria. 7. Tasmania. 8. Australian Capital Territory. Question 35. Which of the options below does not appear on the Australian Aboriginal flag? A. Green stripes that represent the land. B. The red bottom half stands for the earth and its spiritual relationship to the land. C. A yellow circle that stands for the sun. Correct answer A. Green stripes that represent the land. The Australian Aboriginal flag has 3 colors: black, red, and yellow. 1. The top half is black and represents the Aboriginal people of Australia. 2. The bottom half is red and represents the earth and a spiritual relationship to the land. 3. The yellow circle represents the sun. Question 36. The national gemstone of Australia is A. Jewellery. B. Gold. C. Opal. Correct answer, C. Opal. The opal is the national gemstone of Australia. According to Aboriginals' folk legend, a rainbow struck the earth and formed the color of opal. Question 37. The official symbol of the Commonwealth of Australia is A. The Australian national flower. B. The Commonwealth flag. C. The Commonwealth coat of arms. Correct answer, C. The Commonwealth coat of arms. The Commonwealth coat of arms is the official symbol of the Commonwealth of Australia. It stands for the solidarity of nation. It also marks the authority and possessions of the Commonwealth of Australia. Question 38. Which of the following items is not part of the Commonwealth coat of arms? A. The Commonwealth Circle. B. The Southern Cross. C. A koala and an emu. Correct answer, B. The Southern Cross. The Commonwealth coat of arms, also known as the Australian coat of arms, is the official symbol of the Commonwealth of Australia. The coat of arms consists of a shield containing the 6 official state symbols, which are held up by a kangaroo and an emu. There is also the official 7-pointed Commonwealth star above the shield. Question 39. What does the Union Jack on the Australian flag stands for? A. The English people of Australia. B. The States Australia. C. Our history of British settlement. Correct answer, C. Our history of British settlement. The Union Jack, the flag of the United Kingdom, is situated to the upper left of the Australian flag. It stands for the history of British settlement. Question 40. Which city is the largest in Australia? A. Sydney. B. Australia. C. New South Wales. Correct answer, A. Sydney. Sydney is the largest city in Australia and the capital of New South Wales. Sydney is well known for the Opera House and Harbour Bridge. Question 41. What day is Australia Day? A. August 15th. B. July 1st. C. January 26th. Correct answer C. January 26th. Australia Day, celebrated annually on January 26th, is widely regarded as the most significant public event in Australia. It marks the arrival of the First Fleet in 1788 and the founding of the British colony. Question 42. Who were recognized as Australian Aboriginal citizens? A. British people. B. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. C. Asian people. Correct answer. B. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. The Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander groups were the indigenous population of Australia. They are recognized as the first people to live in Australia. Question 43. What is the name of the British flag that is displayed on the Australian national flag? A. The Union Jack. B. The Southern Cross. C. The Commonwealth Star. Correct answer. A. The Union Jack. The Union Jack, which is the flag of the United Kingdom, is featured in the canton, upper hoist quarter, of the Australian national flag. It represents the historical ties between Australia and Britain, as Australia was originally a British colony. Question 44. When were green and gold officially declared as the national colors of Australia? A. 1908. B. 1901. C. 1984. Correct answer. C. 1984. In 1984, green and gold were officially declared the national colors of Australia. These colors are widely recognized globally and are commonly seen on the uniforms of Australia's sports teams. Question 45. Which worldwide famous reef runs along Queensland's eastern coast? A. Skydive Reef. B. Indonesia Reef. C. Great Barrier Reef. Correct answer. C. Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef is located in Queensland, Australia. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is known for its vibrant coral reefs and diverse marine life. Question 46. The state in Australia where massive mining projects are located is A. Western Australia. B. Sydney. C. North Australia. Correct answer. A. Western Australia. Western Australia is known for its mining industry and is home to numerous massive mining projects. The state has abundant mineral resources, including iron ore, gold, nickel, and natural gas. Sydney is a city, not a state, and North Australia is not a specific state, but a general geographical region in the northern part of the country. Question 47. How many different languages are spoken in Australia? A. 50. B. 130. C. Over 200. Correct answer. C. Over 200. There are more than 200 spoken languages in Australia. However, English is still the primary language in this country. Question 48. Which of the following is Australia's national anthem? A. God Save the King. B. Advance Australia Fair. C. Celebrate Sydney. Correct answer. B. Advance Australia Fair. Advance Australia Fair is the national anthem of Australia. It was adopted as the national anthem in 1984, replacing God Save the Queen. Question 40. How many points do the Commonwealth Star on the Australian flag have? A. 2. B. 5. A. 7. Correct answer. C. 7. The Commonwealth Star is a seven-pointed star symbolizing the Federation of Australia. 6 points of the star represent the 6 states, and the 7th point represents the territories. Question 50. What is the national flower of Australia? A. Golden wattle. B. Tulip. C. Waratah. Correct answer A. Golden wattle. The national flower of Australia is the golden wattle. The golden wattle, also known as Acacia pycnantha, is a vibrant yellow flowering plant that is highly symbolic and widely recognized as the national floral emblem of Australia. Its golden blooms represent unity, resilience, and the spirit of the Australian people. Question 51. Which of the following elements is not included in the Torres Strait Islander flag? A. The white color of the star represents peace. B. A yellow circle that represents the sun. C. The black represents the people. Correct answer, B. A yellow circle that represents the sun. There are 4 colors on the flag of the Torres Strait Islander. They are green, blue, black, and white. 1. The green is for the land. 2. The black represents the people. 3. The blue is for the sea. 4. The white of the star represents peace. Question 52. The second largest state in Australia is A. Victoria. B. Southern Australia. C. Queensland. Correct answer, C. Queensland. The order of the Australian states and continental territories in descending order based on their land area is as follows. 1. Western Australia. 2. Queensland. 3. New South Wales. 4. Northern Territory. 5. South Australia. 6. Victoria. 7. Tasmania. 8. Australian Capital Territory. Question 53. Do you know how many ships were in the First Fleet? A. 10. Or B. 11. C. 12. Correct answer, B. 11. The First Fleet is the name given to the 11 ships that sailed from Great Britain on May 13, 1787, to bring the first British colonists and convicts to New South Wales on January 26, 1788. The fleet was led by Captain Arthur Phillip. Question 54. The primary purpose of the First Fleet is to transport A. Convicts. B. Drugs. C. Explorers. Correct answer, A. Convicts. The First Fleet is the name given to the 11 ships that sailed from Great Britain on May 13, 1787, to bring the first British colonists and convicts to New South Wales on January 26, 1788. The fleet was led by Captain Arthur Phillip. Question 55. The white color in the Torres Strait Islander flag is a symbol of A. Energy. B. Peace. C. War. Correct answer, B. Peace. There are 4 colors on the flag of the Torres Strait Islander. They are green, blue, black, and white. 1. The green is for the land. 2. The black represents the people. 3. The blue is for the sea. 4. The white of the star represents peace. Question 56. In the national flag of Australia, the Southern Cross represents A. All Commonwealth countries. B. A group of southern sky stars. C. The states and territories of Australia. Correct answer, B. A group of southern sky stars. The Southern Cross, which is located to the right of the national flag of Australia, symbolizes a group of stars we see in the southern sky. Question 57. Tasmania is the smallest state in Australia. It is separated from the mainland by A. Bass Strait, B. Tasmania Strait, C. Victoria Strait. Correct answer, A. Bass Strait. The Bass Strait is a narrow body of water that separates the island state of Tasmania from the southeastern coastline of mainland Australia. It is located in the southern part of the Australian continent. Question 58. The green color in the Torres Strait Islander flag is a symbol of A. Land, B. People, C. Sea. Correct answer, A. Land. There are 4 colors on the flag of the Torres Strait Islander. They are green, blue, black, and white. 1. The green is for the land. 2. The black represents the people. 3. The blue is for the sea. 4. The white of the star represents peace. Question 59. What are the names of the 2 mainland territories of Australia? A. The Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. B. The Southern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. C. The Northern Territory and the Southern Territory. Correct answer A. The Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Australia consists of 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, and Tasmania, along with 2 mainland territories, the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Question 60. What does ANZAC stand for? A. Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. B. Australia and New Zealand Army Cooperation. C. Australian and New Zealand Army Continental. Correct answer A. Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. ANZAC stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. ANZAC Day falls on the 25th of April each year. Question 61. Who announces the Australian of the Year award? A. The Prime Minister. B. The Governor-General. C. The Premier. Correct answer A. The Prime Minister. The Australian of the Year awards recognize outstanding Australians who have made a positive impact. On the eve of Australia Day, in the capital Canberra, the Prime Minister will announce this award. Question 62. How many official flags does Australia have? A. 1, B. 2, C. 3. Correct answer, C. 3. Australia has 3 official flags: the Australian national flag, the Aboriginal flag, and the Torres Strait Islander flag. Question 63. At the citizenship ceremony, to whom can you pledge your loyalty and commitment? A. The King. B. The Prime Minister. C. Australia and its people. Correct answer C. Australia and its people. During a citizenship ceremony, individuals have the opportunity to pledge their loyalty to Australia and its people. The citizenship ceremony is a formal event where individuals officially become citizens of Australia. Question 64. What is the national bird of Australia? A. Emu. B. Flamingo. Chapter C. Peacock. Correct answer A. Emu. Australia's national bird is the emu. It is known for its distinctive appearance, with long legs, a long neck, and a body covered in brown feathers. Question 65. What does the abbreviation ATO stand for? A. Australian Textiles Organisation. B. Australian Taxation Office. C. Australian Transport Office. Correct answer, B. Australian Taxation Office. ATO stands for the Australian Taxation Office, which is the government agency responsible for administering taxation laws and collecting taxes in Australia. Question 66. In order to live and work in Australia, which of the following is the most important? A. Driving. B. Traveling. C. Communicating in English. Correct answer, C. Communicating in English. The official national language of Australia is English. According to the 2024 census, 76% of Australians claimed that they solely spoke English at home. English is widely spoken and used for official purposes throughout the country. Question 67. What is the opening line of Australia's national anthem? A. Advance Australia Fair. B. Australians all let us rejoice. C. In joyful strains then let us sing. Correct answer, B. Australians all let us rejoice. The Australian national anthem, titled Advance Australia Fair, begins with the line, Australians all let us rejoice. Question 68. How many people are residents of Australia nowadays? A. Around 17 million people. B. Around 27 million people. C. Around 37 million people. Correct answer B. Around 27 million people. According to the most recent data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, as of December 27, 2024, Australia's population stands at 27,400,000. It is equivalent to 0.33% of the total world population. Question 69. What is the meaning of April 25th? A. We celebrate Anzac Day. B. We celebrate Australia Day. C. We celebrate Queen's birthday. Correct answer A. We celebrate Anzac Day. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. Anzac Day falls on the 25th of April each year. Question 70. Which flag has black, red, and yellow? A. The Australian Aboriginal flag. B. The Australian national flag. C. The Torres Strait Islander flag. Correct answer A. The Australian Aboriginal flag. The Australian Aboriginal flag has three colors: black, red, and yellow. 1. The top half is black and represents the Aboriginal people of Australia. 2. The bottom half is red and represents the earth and a spiritual relationship to the land. 3. The yellow circle represents the sun. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.